Gosar teases prosecution of Liz Cheney. Heads have to roll. Paul Gosar teases prosecution of Liz Cheney and January 6 investigators. I would not leave it at just that. I think there's also military that are involved, Gosar said. Representative Paul Gosar, Republican Arizona, called for the prosecution of the members of the House January 6 committee in an interview on Sunday. A reporter at the far-right Gateway Pundit blog asked Gosar if there is a chance that you guys could prosecute certain members of Congress or former members of Congress over January 6, like former Representative Liz Cheney, Republican Wyoming, even though Congress has no prosecutorial power. Gosar, who played a key role in stoking right-wing anger ahead of the Capitol riot, agreed and suggested that it is not just January 6 committee members that he believes should be prosecuted. I would not leave it at just that, Gosar said. I think there's also military that are involved. And I think that heads have to roll. Otherwise, you condone this lawlessness, and that's what America sees. Asked if he is looking into launching investigations into Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman Mark Milley or Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, Gosar replied, "Stay tuned." Gosar, who was stripped of his committee assignments last Congress after posting an animated video depicting Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat New York, being killed, was seated on the House Oversight Committee earlier this year. Representative Barry Loudermilk, Republican Georgia, the chairman of the House Administration Subcommittee on Oversight, last week announced a probe into the January 6 investigation. We've got to get through the documents. We need to do some interviews with people. But at some point, we will have some hearings, Loudermilk told The Hill. The congressman said it's unclear whether the panel will interview members of the January 6 committee and whether they may face subpoenas. I would hope that, they just come and talk, he told the outlet. This is not going to be a gotcha. This is getting to the truth. Cheney on Twitter responded to the probe by telling her former Republican colleagues, "Bring it on. Let's replay every witness vs. all the evidence from last year," Cheney wrote. But this time, those members who sought pardons and/or hid from subpoenas should sit on the dais so they can be confronted on live TV with the unassailable evidence. Gosar teases prosecution of Liz Cheney. Heads have to roll. Paul Gosar teases prosecution of Liz Cheney and January 6 investigators. I would not leave it at just that. I think there's also military that are involved, Gosar said. Representative Paul Gosar, Republican Arizona, called for the prosecution of the members of the House January 6 committee in an interview on Sunday. A